Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. So everybody knows about GLP-1s and the most beneficial side effect, which is weight loss. But today I'm going to talk to you about all of the other positive, weird, and crazy other side effects that you might see with a GLP-1 when you lose weight, and things that have happened to me. So these are the non-scale, victories, so to speak, kind of the day-to-day things that you might not notice and you might go, oh yeah, that happened to me too. Or I didn't think about it as a side effect, but now I'm actually feeling this. So I'm gonna share all the things that I've noticed over the course of using a GLP-1 now for 3 years. I started in September 2022. I've lost 50 pounds. I've maintained it now for about 2.5 years. So I'm at a weight of about 113 pounds. I'm 5'1" for reference. For those of you that are new to the channel, I'm Jules, I'm 54. I have 4 kids. 3 of them are in their 20s. And using a GLP-1 to help with weight loss has been life transformational. So some of these are gonna be kind of like funny and some are gonna be like, but let me know in the comments if any of these have happened to you as well. So the first one I'm gonna talk about are my armpits. Used to be easy to shave my armpits, but with losing a lot of weight, all of a sudden there's like this hollowness in there and I'm like, how do I shave it? I know guys, you don't have to listen to this, but some of the other ones might resonate with you. But it was weird, right? Like if you notice, I'm like, I never shaved my arms when it's been have such a hollowness. You do get used to it. Now it's easy, but in the beginning it was such a weird thing to shave and I didn't want to like cut myself up or anything, but not having like that extra padding there made it kind of odd. So that was kind of strange. And I guess it was the decrease in inflammation, fat, that type of thing. But yeah, I never really noticed it before ever happening again. Okay, the other thing I noticed was when I would sleep at night, sleeping on my side, my legs would be together and I'm like, it was hurting my knees and my hips. And I'm like, this is so weird. I don't have that extra like padding between my legs anymore and it felt weird and I had to put a pillow between my legs for a little while, and over the course of time I did get used to it and now it's not, I found a new way of sleeping, or it is comfortable, but it definitely, it's a small thing, but it was definitely like a weird thing. Here's another thing. I used to think I had a big butt. I guess it's not so big anymore with all the weight loss, at least that's what I'm told. But yeah, that was something that I've always had. Now I don't have it. I'm sorry, my hair's getting in my way. But I don't have it anymore. And one of the first things I noticed when I went to my kids' graduation for college, this was a couple years ago, and I was sitting on the hard benches. I'm like, I can't sit here. I was so uncomfortable. There's no padding on my backside anymore. And it literally hurt. I'm like, I was like crossing my legs and trying to move positions. I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. I've never had this before. The lack of cushion back there. And I can't sit on like a hard surface. It's just too painful. So I thought that was kind of funny. So let me know, has this ever happened to you? Or you're like, oh my God, that has happened. I never noticed. Here's another one. This is like a really good one. So, and I'm sure a lot of you have had this. Whenever I was walking or running, if I had shorts on, one of the things I was always like pulling my shorts down because my legs always rubbed together. And I'd always be like kind of tugging on them and pulling down. Or I would get chafing in my thighs and that was like so uncomfortable. And I never in my entire life ever thought that would never be a thing for me. But I don't have chafing anymore. I actually have a thigh gap. I mean, look, I know that's can be genetic for some people, but I have no idea how I have that, but I do. My legs don't rub together. They don't chafe anymore. Like, it is so much more comfortable to be walking or running and not have that friction. Hallelujah. That's like an amazing positive thing that I never thought would happen. Okay, and then here's another one for us girls. I kind of literally lost my boobs. So before all of this, I was a double D. I am now a B. And again, you can't spot reduce. I've had people ask me questions, how it happened or what did I do? I'm like, I didn't do anything. I mean, I liked when they were big. Now they're small. I like them. It fits my body type. I'm totally fine with it. It's completely different for me, but you know, it is what it is. And you know, being able to buy like really, you know, smaller tops, it's like, it's a cool experience and I'm happy with it. So I'm more than pleased, but yeah, it is a side effect that did happen and it was pretty dramatic. Let me tell you, very, very dramatic. Okay, here's another cool one, crossing my legs. So before, I could only cross my right leg over my left leg. I could never cross my left over my right. It just never went because my legs, I guess, were too big. But for some reason, I could do my right to my left. But it also took a little effort to kind of cross them over. And now, not only is it easy and effortless to cross my legs, but I can do that thing, and I'll show you right here, where I could, I don't know what it's called, pretzel them or something? I don't know. I never thought this would happen to me, but I was like, let me see if I could try this. And I'm able to actually cross my leg over and then tuck my foot under the other one. I mean, who knew? You could do something like that. I've seen like, I thought skinny people do this in the past and I was like, I don't know. I could barely cross my legs. And now, not only can I cross my legs, I could do this weird pretzel thing with my legs, which I use kind of as a test to make sure like, hey, my weight is, you know, staying the same and everything's staying the same. But just being able to cross my legs with ease is like, it's cool. I guess this is what, you know, skinny or normal weight people experience and they don't think about it, but these are the things that are like, they're new and they're different. And I hope I don't ever stop like appreciating that I can do this. And I probably won't because this has never happened before. Has it ever happened to you? Are you able to cross your legs now and it's like easy? No, I don't know. I just think that's kind of cool. Another one is my face and my neck. I always thought that I had a huge head and that I had a huge face and that's genetics, you know, or the way I was gonna be, but not anymore now that the inflammation has come down. Obviously losing body fat has made my face a lot smaller. And then my neck, my neck has gone down like 2 inches because I did measure it, but I could also see it with my necklace in pictures. So I'll show you right over here, this before and after. You can see my necklace is like much higher up on my neck and now it hangs at like a normal, I call it a normal place. And that's really cool and it's really interesting. Here's one of my absolute favorite things. And that is the fact that I have always done something athletic my entire life. I've, you know, whether it's lifted weights, I boxed, I did gymnastics, I did so many different things, but I've always like worked out, but I never really felt like my muscles showed. And I never really felt like, I didn't know if people would look at me and be like, oh, she works out, even though I do. Because I work out, I kind of want people to know I work out. I want to see that I work out. I want to see all of the effort that I put in there. I want to see it. And my muscles show now. And I'm still like, holy crap, you know, like I see my muscles in my legs and in my arms and my shoulders and my abs. And that is so cool. I mean, you put in all this time, effort, and energy into working out. you might as well see the work that you're putting in there, right? And I don't know, I just think that's a really cool thing. So for the first time in my life, I can actually see the muscles. I could see all of the effects that my workouts are having. It's really motivating, and it's like another fun thing that I never thought would happen, especially in my 50s, right? And then here's another one that I wasn't expecting, and that's just my skin. My skin has gotten so much healthier. My skin was never bad to begin with, but it just looks, I think it just looks more vibrant, healthier. And now I have been using a new facial product for the last few months, and I will talk about that at another time, but I do think that's had an effect on it. But just my skin in general. The other thing that I have been doing is I have used red light therapy for over a year now, and I use it during my workouts. I definitely think that has a positive effect on my skin, but just being metabolically healthier, losing the body fat, inflammation is decreased. I get as much sun as I possibly can. I think all of that, eating healthier foods and whatnot, I think it all has had such a big effect on my skin tone. And from the time that I hit goal weight till like now, my skin has gotten even better. Like I feel like my face has gotten healthier looking. There's more muscle on me, which includes my face. So it's kind of filled back out again, because when I hit goal weight, and a few months after that, I do feel like my face got, I don't know, a little small, or maybe I lost some muscle in my face. I'm not really sure, but I just didn't think it looked as good. I think it looks actually better now than it did a couple years ago. So here's a few other kind of cool side effects that I want to talk about that aren't necessarily physical, but these are more emotional and brain and mental side effects. One of them is alcohol. I used to love having a glass of wine at night, especially after work. It would like set the tone. It would help me to relax, and it would just get me into like a different state. Or, I'd go out with friends, and have a drink and just sort of have that social thing. Now, I don't even want alcohol. I have no taste for it. I don't want it. I don't need it to help me wind down. I don't need it to help me relax. I just don't want it anymore. And my taste is just gone for it. It is so freeing to not feel like I need it or even want it to like help me relax. And there's other things that I do, like right now at night, I will have a cup of green tea and a little TV, and my husband and I will just sort of relax, watch some TV at night. And that green tea, that's what does it for me. Every night I have my green tea after my shower, and I'm just super chill and relaxed. I also think that and feel like the GLP-1, it's done something to like help me become calmer and be less anxious. I've never been an overly anxious person, but I definitely could get very anxious during certain circumstances or things that would happen, like stressful situations, at work or relationship wise or whatever. And now I'm more relaxed. Like I'm just more chill. I'm able to take things in stride more. I'm able to walk myself off the cliff a lot quicker. And, I know that people sometimes have said that they feel more anxious on a GLP-1. And I think that might have a lot to do with no longer having food as something that will calm them down. And you need to find something else, because you do need to find other ways to cope with stress. We all have it, right? We're human beings. We're going to encounter stressful and challenging situations that are going to trigger us. So it's a matter of how do we respond to it? What are the tools in our toolkit that we're going to use? And for me, I use working out a lot as one of my tools, or I'll go for a walk, or I'll talk it out or something like that. But I just feel calmer now, just an overall calmer, have a calmer sense and feeling. Has that happened to you as well? You know, let me know. Okay, here's another one. My brain space has opened up. So I am no longer consumed with thinking about when I'm gonna have my next meal, how much am I gonna have, am I gonna get full, what am I gonna have, or when I'm going out to eat, is it gonna be enough? Do I want dessert? How much dessert? Am I gonna want more? Am I gonna still be hungry when I get home? Like all of that's just gone. Like it's so freeing to not have that consume my thoughts. It's like, all right, I know what I'm gonna have. I eat it. I'm good to go. And I think about something else. And it's freed up brain space to be doing other things. And that is an incredible shift from consistently or constantly thinking about how much, how often, what is it from a food perspective, to not thinking about that anymore. It's like a kind of like a brain reboot. It's very freeing, and it's also probably contributes to lowering the anxiety and feeling calmer. Here's another one, shopping. I just don't even want to shop anymore, even online. I used to be able to go online and, you know, shop and look at things for like a long time. I just don't have the attention span to do it, or the inclination or the want. And I get bored really fast, whether it's online or if I go to a mall, I'm in and out of the mall. I don't like to like walk around or shop. Like I don't know, it doesn't appeal to me anymore. And I think that has something to do with the GLP. I don't know, something to do with that. But I don't get the same dopamine hit from like buying stuff anymore. I mean, I was never like a huge buyer, but now I'm just so uninterested. Plus, I really love Poshmark because that really helped to save money and buy stuff. But even on there, I'm like, if I'm looking for something, I literally can only spend a few minutes and I'm like, I'm bored. I'm on to something else now. I don't really feel like doing this. And speaking of money, I am definitely saving money on food, going out to restaurants, alcohol. I mean, the amount of money that I would spend on alcohol, like on wine, like that is a huge saving, whether that's, you know, bringing wine in the house or I don't ever get wine at a restaurant. And we know how expensive that is. Just getting like a glass of wine is like $12. And if you want two, like that's a lot of money. You're spending $24 plus tax and tip. And it's like, now I'm not doing that at a restaurant. Food, definitely spending a lot less in food. That's for sure. And then, you know, that's from a grocery perspective. And I mean, it really adds up. Here's the other thing, social shifting, meaning I used to go out and hang out with friends and go out a lot and stay out late at night. And it was fun, but now I just have no desire for that. Like I am so good with staying home and like having my tea and being in bed by like 9. I mean, that was not me. My kids laugh at me because I mean, I used to be out 11, 12, 1 in the morning. I mean, I would be out late. But now my entire life has actually shifted and I love it. I love getting to bed early, getting up really early in the morning. Like it has been a lifestyle shift for sure. And lastly, it's not just the physical shift. Obviously, I'm like so happy that I've been able to lose weight and most importantly, be comfortable maintaining it. Because as we know, we've all lost weight in the past. It's the maintaining part that has eluded most of us, right? And being able to maintain it. So it's that part of it, the physical, but it's the whole thing, really. It's the emotional, it's the physical, it's the mental part of it. It has provided such a lowering of anxiety and calmness and confidence and happiness. And that just, it's like a domino effect into everything in life. Relationships, work, you know, I'm definitely a better wife and a better mom. I'm a better leader at work. I'm just able to deal with things better with more ease and with more confidence. And it's just had such an overall impact on my life positively. And for those of you who don't know, I am still on a weekly GLP-1 shot, and I will be on one forever, indefinitely, long term, whatever you want to call it. I see no reason to go off of it for me. And it works. So why would I mess with a good thing? It helps to not have those like crazy appetite and crazy satiety, non-signals and all over the place, whatever. And all of these benefits, yeah, I'm staying on it forever. I love it. I love how I feel. Not just that it helps me to stay lean, but just how I feel mentally. So yes, does a GLP-1 come with some negative side effects? For many people, I don't think it really does. For some people, absolutely, you're gonna have some negative side effects, which I think are manageable for the most part. I really didn't have too many negative side effects. They can be tough, but these side effects that I talked about today, these unexpected ones, I mean, it has literally changed my life in ways I never ever saw coming, right? Like you go on a GLP-1 and you just think you're gonna lose, it's gonna help you lose weight, right? But all of these things that if you're starting out, yes, these are things you have to look forward to. And if you're already deep into your journey or you're on maintenance, maybe you've experienced some of these as well. Definitely let me know in the comments if any of these resonate with you, or you've experienced, or anything that I haven't mentioned that you've experienced that would be interesting. I'm sure there's other things I just didn't even remember about or think about. So definitely leave a comment, because I think that everyone has a story. Everyone has something that they could contribute that would help all of us out. And if you did find this helpful, please share with a friend, give it a thumbs up, because it definitely helps to get it out there to more audiences. And hit the bell button if you want to know when the next video is coming. I really want to try and motivate people, inspire people, keep you going on your path, and make sure that you know that you have a community that is backing you. And if you are looking for more support or more community, be sure to check out my private support Facebook group at Juls Wellness Warrior. We would love to have you over there, and I will see you in my next video. Stay strong.